Millions of Social Security recipients just woke up to a shocking $9,100 deposit in their accounts. But is it a life-changing boost or a devastating mistake? Will the SSA let you keep it, or could this lead to financial chaos? Before you touch that money, there's something you need to know, and time is running out. Wait. Before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The Social Security Administration, SSA, has recently encountered a significant issue related to payment processing errors, causing confusion and concern among recipients. Many Social Security beneficiaries have reported unexpected deposits, some reaching as high as $9,100, sparking widespread discussion about whether these payments are legitimate or the result of a serious administrative glitch. This situation has led to uncertainty among recipients, with many wondering if they can keep the extra funds or if the SSA will demand repayment in the future. Errors in Social Security payments are not new, but the scale of this recent glitch has raised alarms. Overpayments often occur due to system errors, outdated beneficiary information, or discrepancies in income reporting. When an overpayment happens, the SSA typically identifies the mistake later and requires the recipient to return the funds. In some cases, this can lead to financial hardship, especially for seniors and disabled individuals who rely on these payments for their daily needs. Many recipients who noticed the unexpected deposit were initially excited, assuming it was a new benefit increase, a retroactive payment, or some form of financial relief. However, as reports surfaced that these payments were not officially announced by the SSA, concerns began to grow. Some recipients have already been contacted by the SSA with notices stating that the funds were sent in error and must be repaid. This has caused frustration and panic, as many beneficiaries have already used the money to pay for essential expenses like rent, groceries, and medical bills. The SSA has a history of overpayment issues, and in previous cases, some recipients have been forced to repay significant amounts long after they spent the money. The repayment process can be stressful, as the SSA has the authority to deduct a portion of future benefits until the full amount is recovered. For many seniors and disabled individuals, even a small reduction in their monthly payments can create a financial burden. Experts are urging Social Security recipients to check their accounts immediately and verify any unusual deposits. If an unexpected payment appears, recipients are advised not to spend the funds until they receive official confirmation from the SSA. Those who suspect they have received an overpayment should contact the SSA as soon as possible to clarify the situation and understand their options. Some beneficiaries may qualify for a waiver or repayment plan if they can demonstrate financial hardship. This incident highlights ongoing concerns about the SSA's outdated payment processing system. Advocates for Social Security reform argue that the agency must modernize its technology to prevent such errors in the future. Frequent overpayments and subsequent clawbacks create unnecessary stress for beneficiaries and undermine trust in the system. Many believe the SSA should implement real-time data updates to minimize errors and ensure payments are processed accurately. The situation has also raised questions about transparency and communication. Many recipients feel that the SSA does not provide enough warning or clear instructions when these errors occur. Sudden notices demanding repayment can be overwhelming, especially for those living on fixed incomes. To improve the process, experts suggest that the SSA should provide clearer explanations and allow more flexible repayment options for those affected by overpayments. Social Security recipients who rely on their benefits to cover basic living expenses cannot afford surprises like this. The uncertainty of whether they will be required to return a large sum of money adds stress to an already challenging financial situation. This event serves as a reminder of the importance of regularly checking payment statements, staying informed about Social Security policies, and reporting any discrepancies to the SSA immediately. While the SSA is working to resolve the issue, beneficiaries must remain cautious and proactive. If you or someone you know has received an unexpected payment, taking immediate action can help prevent potential financial setbacks. The best course of action is to stay informed, follow updates from the SSA, and seek assistance if needed. With ongoing concerns about the accuracy of Social Security payments, it is more important than ever for recipients to monitor their accounts closely and ensure they receive the correct benefits they are entitled to. The unexpected deposit of $9,100 into the accounts of some Social Security recipients has left many people in shock and uncertainty. For individuals who rely on their benefits to cover essential living expenses, receiving such a large amount unexpectedly can be confusing. At first, some beneficiaries assumed that this was part of a new benefit increase, a retroactive payment, or a special adjustment. However, as reports began circulating that these payments were not officially announced, concerns grew about whether this was an error that could lead to serious financial consequences. The Social Security Administration has faced multiple instances of overpayment issues in the past, but this glitch appears to be on a much larger scale. Overpayment errors often result from administrative miscalculations, outdated beneficiary records, or incorrect income reporting. When an overpayment occurs, the SSA typically realizes the mistake later and demands that the recipient return the excess funds. This can create a major problem for those who have already spent the money on essential needs such as rent, medical bills, and groceries. Many seniors and disabled individuals live on fixed incomes, making it difficult to return large sums of money unexpectedly. One of the biggest concerns is that recipients may unknowingly spend the extra funds before realizing they were sent in error. If the SSA later determines that these payments must be repaid, beneficiaries could face deductions from their future Social Security checks, potentially causing financial distress. Some people have reported receiving notices from the SSA informing them that they now owe money back due to this error, further adding to the confusion and frustration. Experts and advocates are urging Social Security recipients to check their bank accounts and carefully review any recent deposits. If an unusual or unexpected payment appears, beneficiaries are advised not to spend it immediately until further clarification is provided by the SSA. While some may hope that the SSA allows them to keep the extra funds, history suggests that the agency will likely seek repayment once the mistake is identified. The issue highlights ongoing concerns about the reliability and efficiency of the SSA's payment system. Many experts argue that the agency's outdated technology is a key factor behind these recurring payment errors. The SSA processes millions of payments each month, but without real-time data verification and modernized systems, errors are bound to occur. Some policymakers have called for a complete overhaul of the agency's payment processing system to ensure that future overpayments are minimized. Another major issue is the lack of clear communication from the SSA when such errors occur. Many beneficiaries are caught off guard when they receive overpayment notices, often months or even years after the mistake took place. This creates unnecessary stress and financial difficulties, as recipients may have already used the money for essential needs. In many cases, the SSA deducts the overpaid amount from future checks without providing flexible repayment options, leaving beneficiaries struggling to cover their daily expenses. To avoid potential repayment issues, Social Security recipients should take proactive steps. First, they should carefully review their benefit statements and cross-check them with expected payment amounts. Any discrepancies should be reported to the SSA immediately. Additionally, those who have received an overpayment should contact the SSA to discuss their options, including whether they qualify for a repayment waiver or an extended payment plan. The SSA is currently investigating the cause of the overpayments and working on solutions to prevent similar incidents in the future. However, beneficiaries must remain vigilant and take responsibility for monitoring their accounts. If an individual is required to return the funds, they should be prepared for the possibility of their future benefits being adjusted accordingly. As the situation unfolds, financial experts advise recipients to keep an eye on official updates from the SSA and seek assistance if needed. Many advocacy groups and legal services offer support to individuals facing overpayment claims, helping them navigate the process and request waivers if applicable. The SSA has stated that it is committed to resolving these issues fairly, but until a clear resolution is reached, recipients must be cautious with any unexpected payments.